Hello there, and we are live. See ya, ladies and gentlemen. You are welcome to another episode. To be very sincere, this used to be my very favorite show, but we've been a little bit inconsistent with it. But it doesn't take away, the taste this show leaves in my mouth, man. Amazing show to me personally. So we're trying to reshuffle, one or two things within the show, but still, man, I still brought in some of my hard hitters down here. We also have the original members down here, and I also brought in help with some special guests I would announce today. See ya, guys. You're welcome to season 2, episode 9 of the Big Gunz Premier League show. Let's welcome our big brother down here first. That's a special guest, the Southern Gunner. Southern Gunner, you're welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Talk about special guest, man. It's like family. What you talking about, man? Good to see y'all, brothers. How y'all doing, man?
Good. You're welcome, Matty. See ya, guys. You already know Matty. We're family down here, and I have a special show with him on this channel. Probably we'll be doing that this week. But see ya, guys. Welcome, to the show, my brother, my G. He's always the first. See, I heard that in Kenya, used to be the first person, to come to training all the time, and he's always working in training. If this guy is better than in Kenya to me, anyway. But he's usually the first person to always come to training down here, bro. See, welcome to the show, Craig Matthews. Welcome to the show. He's always the first person to come to the show. Always the first person to ask me, Tony, when are we shooting? Brother, man, big up to you, man. Big up to you.
Big up Matt, big up Lion, big up Abs, big up everyone.
Big up.
Yeah, sure. You're welcome to the show. And Craig, man, nice to have you on the show, man.
I hear noise in the background.
Nice to have you down here. See ya, guys. You don't need to ask about this person. Another brother, a part of the original Big Four. See, no other person than Abs, footballbantzchannel TV. Talk to these people, brother. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, people. I'm good, man. I'm here.
Nice. See ya, guys. I'm working things out for this guy to be our 5th member at Tech TV, man. You're welcome to the show. How you doing, brother?
Nah, it's a pleasure to be here as always, Tony, man. It's like being with family, man. You get me? So big up to everyone here, man. Trust me.
Thanks, guys. Catch me and Tech TV exclusively on that Champions League matchup against Porto. Bands will be coming through. Wolfgang might also be around on the day, but let's see what happens. But I'm very sure about Tech. It should be showing up in that show on the day. See you guys. Okay. We have our member down here, Fan Nation TV. The part of the original member, Big Four. See ya. You welcome to the show, Fan Nation TV. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Not bad.
Welcome, man.
Big up.
How you doing, Wizard?
Big up.
Good, not bad.
Yeah, sure, man. See, guys, we have a full house down here. So today it's gonna be, a cracking one. See, Mama Flossie, welcome to the show. She's our moderator extraordinaire. Rosie, big ups to you, Rosie. Thanks for always showing up for me down here, Rosie. And we'll also wait for other people to come show up for us too. See, guys, Arsenal. There's background noise. There's background noise.
There's some background noise.
Yeah, it's gone now. See, we'll start this show chronologically. Yeah, from our right. Craig Matthews, see, Arsenal 5, Burnley. See, guys, yeah, I can't believe it that this is the Arsenal. I've been talking about since the start of the season. We aren't playing in a coordinated way during that time. Couldn't string two passes together progressively in a connected manner. Right now, we're passing quickly. Transition is quicker. Progression is quicker. We're striking quicker. We're getting more goals. 21 goals in 5 games. Let that sink in, guys. Craig Matthews, Arsenal versus Burnley away at Tough Moor, which used to be, a very tough ground to go. See, they've considered 50 goals, already this season before we went down to Tough Moor. But again, Arsenal piling up the pressure, scoring more 5 goals out, making it 55 goals. These guys, have conceded this season, They've conceded nearly double of what they've scored this season entirely. That's how bad Burnley are. But at Tough Moor, it's not like, they used to be bamboozled down there like 5-1, 6-1 or something like that. Arsenal goes into a Tough Moor and go get a 5-0 win. Craig Matthews, start us up with the show, man.
It was a great win, and have you noticed that we've won all the 3 games we've won recently without Gabriel Jesus and Shevchenko being in the team? So we scored more goals, we've been more fluent. Saka looked like he's back in form. Like the second goal he scored yesterday was top class. Cut off from his left foot to his right foot, smashed it first time against the goalkeeper. The team is just playing more confident. I think the trip to Dubai really helped the players. I would feel like going to Dubai. Since they've come back from Dubai, they've won 4 or 5 in a row now. So it's just keeping that momentum going. Just keep the momentum going and keep on winning. Got a big game against Porto on Wednesday. That's going to really test our season to see how far we've come. Because it's easy beating a team in the Premier League, but it's in Europe that we have to prove ourselves again that we're a top team in Europe. So, yeah.
Definitely. See, Matty, man, I'll bring you into the fray. Arsenal went into Tough Moor. See, man, I've seen your cam videos with Lee Gunner, and I've seen what you said, and I do share your I do share your opinions down there. But of course, there's a different ball game down here. But again, what will you tell us about that matchup? Yes, I think on Saturday. Also, in particular, key in our gameplay, how Mikel Arteta set up in that matchup. Just tell us about it and how you saw the game.
Well, I think when you watched that game yesterday, the first thing that stuck out to me was he went back with what has been working. I think oftentimes last year, towards this same point last year, the manager was tinkering and trying to figure out and was, and it seems like he looked at that Liverpool game and he looked at the game last week and he said, you know what? I think I'm going to stick with this and we're going to ride this out. And for me, as you've already heard, but for me, I feel like this is probably the team he needs to roll with, because anybody that's coming back now is probably going to be out of form for playing with us. Now, I'm not saying that they're out of form as a player. I'm just saying for where we are right now, that anybody that comes to this team right now is out of form and will probably throw something off. And I think what we've got, they're working well. The ball is moving around a lot better. There's several points to look at there. Trossard in the middle. We've been advocating for that all season long. Didn't have the best of first halves, but still, even when he's on the pitch, the ball just moves around better. Something that, when Jesus is on it, was, it start, stop when him, and it infests the team. I think that the shooting boots are back on for Saka. It's good to see him playing with a little bit more confidence because I was on him there first half of this season. And then you look and you got 29 scoring. I mean, that was a good goal, by the way. That was Yeah, it was a nice slot, you know. And so I just think that right now we're clicking. I think we just need to keep doing this. You saw what happened in the City game yesterday. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. You just need to make sure that you at the dance. You just need to make sure that you're hanging around. You're not 9 points off. You know, you just keep hanging in there. You know, keep finding a way. And just keep fighting, man. I mean, I was thrilled, man. 5 goals. I would have knocked 5 goals. I did not see that coming. I said we were gonna win the game. I just didn't see 5 goals coming like it did yesterday, you know. And people are gonna say, oh, it's Burnley, you know, at the bottom of the table. Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Brighton had to do what they had to do today. So I mean, you just take what you get. Each game is a cup final, as I've said. And you know, we playing for a trophy every week. Every week. Start Wednesday. The Champions League title is on the line. The title is on the line. Not the first leg. The title is on the line. We played them in a 2-legged championship, and we've got to sweep them aside. And then we've got the matter of dealing with Newcastle next weekend. And so that's going to be a crucial. I can't stress that word enough. Crucial test in our right now, our title aspirations. But overall, man, yesterday I was thrilled. There are a few takeaways. There's one major takeaway in that game for me. We saw the manager bring in players off the bench, Tony, and you know,
yeah, we definitely have to talk about that later.
Yeah, well, you know, I just, for me, it's time to move some of these players on. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but it's time to move some of these players on. That was a showcase. That was a who's who showcase of who needs to be moved on come June.
Yeah, exactly. I do share those ideas with you guys. See, let's don't forget, Marty, I've just raised certain questions down here that need answers. Earlier, him and Craig Matthews told us about Gabriel Jesus. See, guys, I don't want it. I don't want a scenario where Trossard is scoring goals. He scored against Liverpool. He scored against West Ham. He scored against Burnley in a row. I don't want a situation where Gabriel Jesus will just come from injury and come in, and then we now have to sit Trossard on the bench. That's a no-no. Yesterday, we did see, we'll talk about this after everyone have discussed about what they saw yesterday. But again, I'm just bringing this into the fray because we have to discuss about this. And then secondly, Eddie Nketiah, everyone knows this guy has to be moved on. He has to be moved on.
Gotta go, man.
We have to sell this guy on, yeah? At a time when every other person is scoring against all these teams, West Ham, we bring in this guy. He can't score a goal. Bring him in against Burnley. He can't score a goal. We have to move some of these guys off. We'll talk about that after everyone finish, discussing about what they felt about yesterday's game. Big Weezer, we bring you into the fray. Weezer, what do you think, man? Yesterday's game, Arsenal wiping the floor with Burnley, of course, yesterday. When me and you talked on the phone, you said something. You said, Tony, there's a lot to discuss. There's a lot to talk about. You know, that Weezer set it rolling, man. Set it rolling.
Well, great win. Didn't expect 5, but happy for the 5, and it could have been more than 5. We're looking really good, very good. City dropping points yesterday is major. And a date I want to bring to you lot's attention is the 31st of March. 31st of March, 4:30, we're playing Manchester City at the Etihad. And that could be make or break. But back to yesterday's game. Declan Rice. Bro. Declan Rice. You know what it is, yeah? I feel like you have to be a real football fan to understand exactly what he does.
Exactly.
He just breaks up the play and just allows it to just keep on flowing. Amazing performance from Declan Rice yesterday. Odegaard seemed like he was back to himself. I was so happy that he just hit that ball yesterday because, you know, he's always trying to move to the left and do a fake shot and then move to the right and do a fake, but he just licked it. It went in. You know, first goals are always important because teams are trying to set up low blocks against us. So once you get the first goal, they got to come out and play, which allows us to be us, spread the ball around, make them chase shadows, put them under pressure. But what I really want to say is I'm just happy at the way that we're controlling football matches, really dominating possession, scoring goals without. I mean, I wouldn't say Trossard's a recognised striker. Do you know what I mean? So we're really scoring goals. Like, it's incredible. Saka seems like he's back, but I mean, it's still February. I don't want to put a downer, but it's still February. Do you know what I mean? If we're in this position in April, then okay, it's time to get excited. But right now, I'm just really taking each game as it comes. And like you said, I don't want to see Jesus come back and get in the team. But I've said to you before, it's in Arsenal's DNA. We done the same to Oxlade-Chamberlain with Theo Walcott. What I was saying to you before, Tony, like Oxlade's getting he's getting some games because Walcott's injured. Soon as Theo's back, it's not even like, you know what, let's bring Theo on after 65 minutes and get him Theo straight into the team. So I don't want to see that with Jesus. And as you were saying, players need to go.
But again, it's not hard to imagine. This manager has done it before. Like, it's not hard to imagine. This manager has benched Trossard immediately when Jesus has come back while he wasn't back again. So it's not like we just brought that topic like hocus pocus. It has happened before. The proof is in the pudding. This man has done that. So, well, let's go through the normal procedure. Let's sample the opinions of other people too before we get into this argument, because that's a very critical one. Because if Gabriel Jesus comes back, I don't want to see him just pushed into this team like that. He has to this team. But again, we'll talk about that later on. Bantz, man, talk to us, man. How did you see that game yesterday? And give us something we can chew about and talk about when the argument starts splashing, in the course of this program.
Yeah, as you know, I like to give a little bit of a different perspective. So I'm going to start with Man City first, quickly. City have Liverpool, Brighton, and then us at the Etihad. Those are three tough fixtures in a row for Man City. So, you know what? They might lose at Liverpool. We don't know. So it's going to be interesting, man. But what I think is important is that we need to win every game up until that Man City game. And no draws. We need to win every game. And as Matt said, we have to go into every game as if it's a cup final. The games we've won, brilliant. 21 goals in 5 games or something, 11 in 2 games. That's all good and dandy. We're smashing teams left, right, and centre. Love it. Love to see it. Yeah. However, this one, you only get 3 points for a win. Yeah. And if we go into the Newcastle game, and we pick up a draw and we don't win, then it's just going to feel like all that hard work is undone. But anyway, on the positive side, game plan was excellent against Burnley once again. Burnley are not a great team, as we know. They're the bottom feeders of the league, so we all know what's going to be happening with Burnley. We know they're going down, but we can only play who's in front of us, and we put them to the sword. We absolutely battered them, and I know rival fans are looking at us, and thinking, these guys are doing something, They like to throw until they win something at us, but you don't need to put pressure on us. We already put that pressure on us. We already put that pressure on ourselves. Yeah, so we don't need to be reminded by the rivals until you win something. We need to win games to win something. So, yeah, we just need to keep going. We need to keep winning our games. Excellent. Arteta seems to be like rotating as well. When I saw Saka come off, I was like, excellent, man. Yeah, I don't want to see you, 5-0 up. I don't want to see Saka playing the whole game. Yeah, I would have liked to see Nwaneri on the bench, but you know what, beggars can't be choosers. I don't know why this fraud, Cedric the Entertainer's still at my club. You know, I don't know why he's still playing for us, but it is what it is. You know, we need numbers. And as Matt said also as well, is that it's going to be hard for those guys to just walk back into the team, like the Tomiyasus and, you know, the Timbers and, you know, those guys, you know, Party. It's going to take him. Well, I don't know if we're going to see Party again, but it's going to take these guys, you know, a bit of time to get up to speed in the team. And I don't want to see the team just getting rocked with those guys and Jesus just, you know what I mean? Unless there's an injury to one of our you know, players now, I don't want to see them anywhere near the team unless they're getting second half 20-30 minutes or whatever. But it's looking good so far. I just hope this guy don't go galaxy brain in the next few games. Keep it as it is, because we've got a good thing going at the moment.
See, I hear you, Bantz, man, and but there's something you talked about, yeah, and it has to deal with that Mikel Arteta is rotating. It's good and okay to rotate, yeah, with what we have right
once
now.
Once we're in a lead. So once we've got to like 5-0, he's bringing on players.
Yeah, exactly. But again, let's be guided, because we're playing teams with lesser quality. What happens when we do meet teams that are a little bit more stubborn, and then we don't have squad depth to rely on, you know, on to actually come in and put in a decent shift? Yesterday, when we were taking players out, the King of Zamunda came on.
I forgot about him. I don't even think about him.
But you know what, Tony?
It looked awful. Let's don't talk about Emmy Smith Rowe, who has been injured in spells too. It didn't really look that good. Is it time we now have to start cutting our losses on these players? You know, see, man, when we do meet teams with that extra bit of quality, you know, can we count on this rotation? You know, will that make Mikel Arteta now start bringing in people like Jesus into the fray, bringing in people like Thomas Partey? Guys, there's no new setback, which means Fabio is coming back next week. He might actually play in Porto. Thomas Partey is coming back from injury because there's no new setback, according to him, just this week. Jurgen Timber has already been running for the past 1 month. It's coming back, this week. So all our players that are injured are all coming back. So, you know, there might be something in the offing. Just before Lion Tech tells us about the game, Matty, you wanted to sprinkle something on the dust down there, man.
I just wanted to back up what Bantz said. You know, you look at that, and to your point about this team depth, the players that are coming back, they will sit in front of what came off that bench yesterday, if that makes sense. So everybody that is the bench coming. The players coming back for injury is the new bench. We won't have to rely. We won't have to rely on the Brady Bunch anymore.
See, guys, Matty's cooking, guys. He's cooking. But yeah, before we open the whole argument up, let's allow our guy Lion Tech tell us about the game, and then it's open play. Everyone can have a say, and we can bring up the arguments and chew them up one by one. Lion Tech, tell us about that game yesterday, man.
Yeah, I was very impressed. I can't lie, because I predicted before the game 3-1, because I thought, I could see us getting more 3 goals, but I didn't see 5-0 coming. But the way we've been playing recently, like, I've been very happy with it. So, but like, this man, better not change the team and bring Jesus back. I'm telling you now, because I've been one of the few people been calling for Trossard to be in the false 9 for so long, and he's taken like this long to do it. Like, he better not change it, because right now, the attack is so much more fluid with him up top. Because with Jesus, the problem is he drops way too deep, and then whenever he holds up the ball, he just falls over, and then it just kills our attack all the time. Where with Trossard, he can hold up the ball, he passes it off, he moves. inside, right, left. He's everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and plus because Trossard is 2-footed as well, like you just don't know which way he's gonna go. He could go left, he could go right, he can ping a shot. All right, yesterday he didn't have the best game yesterday. He had a few chances. I thought he should have squared it when he was through and Martinelli was screaming for it in the middle. But I'm glad in the end that he got his goal, and what a finish as well. And I told you about this guy. He's so clinical in front of goal more often than not. He's a lot better than Jesus in my opinion. So like what Matty said, like that has to be the bench. Jesus to come off the bench. Like if one of them's playing poor, bring him on. That's fine. But don't just shoehorn him back into the squad, because the thing is, last year, yeah, Trossard was on that purple patch, yeah, in March, if everyone remembers, yeah. And then as soon as Jesus came back from his injury, he put him straight back in. And then all of a sudden now, we bottled the league. I'm not saying that's the only reason why we bottled the league, but that was a big part of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm hoping this manager has learned his lesson now. So, but either way, I'm happy with the performance. I'm glad that we're getting the goal difference up, because that could be crucial depending on how far we get in the title race. It could even come down to that. So I'm glad that we're just killing teams off, because this is like everyone was talking about controlled possession like a few weeks ago. This is what I called controlled in games, because we're battering teams and then we could just take all the big hitters off. That's what I call controlling games, not when we're 1-0 up and we're playing crap and then we're struggling and then all of a sudden we're scraping games. No, that's not controlling nothing. That's just panicking. You know what I mean? So, yeah, but overall, I'm very happy with the performance. You just got to keep winning. Just keep winning, because like I said, every game's a cup final. So we just got to go into every game looking to get 3 points. And you never know what anyone else does, because we can't control what Liverpool do, because we faced them twice already. And City, we can't control what they do until we face them. So we just got to keep getting 3 points and see what happens, to be honest. And just keep going, man, because I really want this title, fam. I'm not even messing around this season. I want the title. So like we have to just win every single game. I don't care. Somehow we just got to do it. Man. Just got to do it, man.
Hey, Tony.
We'll just have to do it. We'll just
find a way.
Yeah,
find a way, fam.
Yeah, I was checking on my food, but I was listening to Tech while he was talking, and he was bringing up about Trossard. You see the difference in Trossard and Jesus? Trossard can have a bad game, but all it takes is just a piece of a chance, a piece, and he can score. Jesus over the bar in the crowd, turning around, looking at the referee, hands up.
Sit on his bum.
I'm serious now. Y'all get a chance to, when we get through this day, go back and look at, just go piece a couple of the games that he's played in. And y'all remember how we used to earlier this season we were saying, why is the attack slow? Why are we taking forever to get stuff done? He's part of the problem. We can't go forward for him falling down. I mean, I told y'all he's on the flow. He's on the flow more than strippers in Atlanta.
Multiple times, and it truncates our progression. Because there's some games you just have to progress quite quickly. He truncates that speed. He truncates the movement, the transition. He breaks it up. But with Trossard, it's a little bit more faster, a little bit more quicker. We can move the ball more quicker. Like we don't have to think about Trossard on the floor. He gets back up even if he trips. There was even, I think, the goalkeeper tripped him. You remember that chance he had one-on-one with the keeper? I think the goalkeeper tripped him. He stood up quickly. If it was Jesus, he would sit on his bum, ready to shout for a penalty. And all those things, it truncates the movement. So we need to move the ball.
Can I bring up something else, Tony? Can I throw somebody else?
Hey, man, Jesus is out and we're scoring goals, multiple goals.
I'm gonna show y'all somebody else.
Something is happening.
I'm gonna show y'all somebody else, Tony, and panel, of why this attack looked better. I brought this up to Lee off camera yesterday. Zinchenko ain't in the team.
Ooh.
Kivior's playing well, to be honest.
Kivior was playing defense.
Ooh.
He ain't worried about
Yeah.
going. He ain't worried about
Guys,
playing
let
right
that
forward.
again. Shout out to the charts. Matty, I'm sorry, please. Shout out
Yeah.
to the charts. Carl Rossi is in the charts. DJ Crane is in the chart.
What's up,
Michael
everybody?
Harris is in the charts. Rosie is
Big
in the
up.
chart. Mama Flossie is in the charts. Big ups to everyone who is here. AFC always, all of you. Rosie,
Slap the
Mama
like
Flossie,
button.
big up to you. Matty, pick it up from there, man.
Yeah, I did. Zinchenko's out of this team. You combine him and Jesus, and you see part of the reason why the attack was so slow, why we were so stagnant. Everything's discombobulated. You got a left back trying to play right forward. And now you see Kivior, he's gonna play within himself. And each week he's getting confident. So now what would you do? Would you take him? Would you take this man who has done 3 games for you on the spin? Would you take him out to put in this liability? This is what Ted said is true. You cannot bring these fringe players back in this team, and we are in the middle. This is for me, and Wesley brought it up. For me, the end of the season will be the 16th and the 31st. Them two games and Aston Villa, Tottenham United. All the big teams we got to play. That's where the title is going. Cannot screw this up right now by bringing these fringe players that are empty and in between back in this team. I'm telling you now, if he brings Jesus and Zinchenko, I'm telling you this. I thought because I kept trying to figure it out yesterday, while I was watching the game. I kept saying, "What's different? What am I seeing different that we hadn't seen?"
Yeah.
And I started just going position by position, and I said, "Oh, I know exactly what it is. It's Zinchenko and Jesus. That's exactly what the problem is. Because the defense itself is not a problem this year. Because we had a healthy back line for the majority of the season. And so you look at the goal ratio. I think we've only given up maybe a handful of goals in the last couple of weeks. So that's fine. It's these certain spots in this team where we get holes at, and one of them is left back in Jesus' position.
Exactly. See, guys. Yeah, shout out to Carl Rossi. He gifts us on the channel. He just gave us 5 membership, gifted people 5 memberships. Carl Rossi does it again, another new 5 memberships to people. See, Carl Rossi, man, I can't thank you enough, man. You're my brother, man. Thanks for doing this for the channel. God bless you. See, Marty raises a big issue. Throw away Gabriel Jesus. Let's put that in the key and lock it and throw it in the sea. Zinchenko. See, let's talk about this. Let's open it up for everyone. Kivior comes into the team, plays this left back position, does it in a more conservative way. I'm not seeing this guy playing inverted. Sit down, just keep it simple, conservatively. Stay in that left back position. Protect our back 4. Don't open up that left-hand side for people. Do you know that this guy kept Kudus quiet in that West Ham game? See, I'll bring you into the fray, Craig Matthews, before I go to Weezer and before I go to Bant and Lion Tech. What do you think about Kivior and Zinchenko? Do you think Zinchenko should come back in that left back position? Because with what I'm seeing, man, Kivior has made that place his own already. See, for once, I didn't have to worry about someone, who would overrun Zinchenko in that left-hand side. Perfect. Controlling the game, perfect. The defense, tightly knit, compact at the back. That's what you need when you're actually chasing the title. Craig Matthews, what do you have to say about this left-back situation?
I thought Kivior's a better left back. He can defend, he can attack, he can defend. But he doesn't really go up. Like when Arsenal are playing 4 centre backs in defence. So Ben White is a centre back, Saliba's a centre back, Gabriel's a centre back, and Kivior's a centre back. So they keep the defence compact. So say Ben White goes forward, it'll be 3 at the back. It'll be Kivior, Gabriel, and Saliba at the back when Ben White makes some overlapping runs with Saka. So we're more solid when he plays. And I think against Fulham, when we lost against Fulham, and we conceded the goal on Zinchenko's side, Ben White was furious with him. I think that they almost went to blows at half time. He was that angry with him. There's a couple of games where we conceded a sloppy goal, and Ben White and Zinchenko are not happy with each other. They've been very they had a massive argument. I heard that they had a massive argument. I think it was one game we'll concede at half. The Liverpool game when we conceded that sloppy goal before half time, and I think Zinchenko got taken off at half time of that game. At half time, he got taken off at half time against Liverpool when we won 3-1 recently. So I thought Kivior was a better defender. I think Zinchenko's a midfielder, to be honest with you. He's not a left back. It's like putting a jigsaw puzzle together, but that jigsaw puzzle does not fit with Zinchenko at left back. It don't work. It doesn't work at all. And with Jesus as well, I feel like he doesn't score enough goals. He doesn't score enough goals, and I feel that's the problem. We bought him to score goals to win us titles. He doesn't score enough goals. So my question to the whole panel: would you think Arsenal need to buy 2 strikers in the summer? Would you sacrifice Jesus in the summer and bring in 2 elite strikers, or one elite striker, one young striker competing, challenging the other striker in the summer? Would you guys sacrifice Jesus and Shevchenko in the summer and bring in 2 quality or 3 quality players to replace both of them? 2 strikers or 1 left back, a solid left back who can challenge.
Yeah, I would. 100%. I would. Because to be honest, we needed 2 strikers anyway, even before we got Jesus. And that's the thing. But this was overshadowed.
Say that one more time.
Overshadowed.
Say it one more time.
That was overshadowed by Ed.
Say that one more time. Say that one more time. Say that one more time.
With pleasure. Literally, we needed 2 strikers before we even brought him in. And that's the thing. Because what everyone's not realizing is, we brought in Jesus as a replacement for Lacazette. So, okay, cool. That's a replacement for Lacazette, yeah. We ain't replaced Aubameyang yet, you know.
Nope.
We still haven't. Like, that was overshadowed by Eddie Nketiah, Axel Foley, getting a new contract, which in itself was a disgrace because he was out of contract. And whoever decided to do that, I don't even know, because the King of Zamunda just does my head in. Like, I hate when he comes onto the pitch. I actually hate it. It actually annoys me. It actually annoys me. Like I don't understand why this man is still at our club. Like, I only literally want him to score so Matty could do the rendition because it's brilliant. You know what I mean? That's literally the only reason. That's literally the only reason.
I wanted him to score. I wanted to sing the song, but I couldn't even sing the song. When I watched Nketiah yesterday, Tech and panel, the thing that summed it all up for me, it was one incident that summed it all up, was when he hit that ball and then turned to the referee and looked for a corner kick. I said, sorriest football player I've ever seen. You root for somebody. He's a brother. So unless you trying to put, we trying to push them, give us something. Trying to push for him, and to watch him yesterday, the one that really set me over the moon. Outside of that, we're up 5-0. I want y'all to follow me. I'm gonna walk as I walk y'all through this. Follow me now. We're up 5-0. We got about maybe 8 minutes in the game, 7 minutes. You've been on for a while. You've been on after 5 minutes. You in the game now. It's like, okay, well, I need to try to figure out how I'm gonna score. This fool goes and get into the wall on a set piece. He goes to the wall and gets in the wall on the set piece. The striker is supposed to be standing somewhere to catch the rebound or anything to go in, anything that scuffles by, a shot, a run, run and shoot or something. This clown goes and volunteers to stand in the wall.
Oh my God.
That sums him up.
Volunteered.
He volunteered. He walked over. Yeah, because see, if you go back and watch it, Tony, you laughing, but you go back and watch it. They were getting it set up. He just strolls over and he's like, I just stand right here. And then he just gets in. And I'm just like, well, what is he doing? What is he doing? The striker's supposed to be someone to get the opportunity to score. Eddie Nketiah, man, that's him. That's him.
I feel like if I'm Eddie Nketiah and I'm playing at Arsenal, I should look at videos of Ian Wright, Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp, Reyes, all them type of players who used to score goals. Van Persie who used to score goals for fun. I'll watch videos and learn. Just learn.
You would
he
think
doesn't learn. He's on 100. He's on 100 grand a week. If you're on 100 grand a week, you should be bagging goals for me as a sub. Sorry, honestly.
Exactly.
You should be bagging goals.
But again, of course, I want to ask this question. Yeah, see, Foundation TV Wizard. See, yeah, for some reason, yeah, Arsenal have scored 11 goals in 2 games, brother. In 5 games, Arsenal have scored 21 goals. See, that I don't want to sound all all grand and squeaky, yeah, but bro, me, Bant, and Matty, we were crying for a strike. Even Craig, we were out here crying for a striker, during the transfer window period. And right now, we didn't get that striker. Good and okay. But we're out here scoring goals and mauling these teams. Where is this goals coming from? Like, what has been tweaked to just kind of like give us this kind of blessings we're getting up front right now? Because for me, this is hocus pocus. It's magic. I wanted a striker in, and for some reason, we're scoring goals. Arsenal wasn't. We scored a whooping 21 goals in 5 games. For me, that's a shocker. Because even City, they have one of the most destructive robots scoring goals for them. I haven't even achieved that this season. I'm in shock. What do you think about this newfound renaissance when it comes to scoring goals in the past 5 games for us, Weezer?
I'm gonna answer that. I just want to go back to the Zinni thing quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Zinchenko, number 1, and Jesus are Man City rejects. Yeah, we're trying to win a title, which Man City have been doing. They own this. They own the Premier League. They've been owning the Premier League, and they got rid of Zinchenko and Jesus and Sterling and Cancelo. And done what? And won the Champions League, which was obviously what Pep's been trying to do. So again, for me, I think we covered it before. But if we're going to keep Zinni, keep him as a midfielder. Keep him as a midfielder, because every time he plays, he seems like he doesn't want to do the defensive work that a left back has to do. So. And as Craig said, that Liverpool, that was it. Was it Alisson or was it Van Dijk? Van Dijk just done a long ball to Salah, caught out Zinchenko, and it's a goal.
Yeah.
You don't make me remember that one.
He loses concentration. Man. He loses concentration very easily, and his reading of the game is not great. But to go on to the striker, I mean, I'm gonna put a nugget in here. Ivan Toney scored again. If you lot didn't see,
4 and 5.
I saw.
Ivan Toney scored again.
4 and 5.
I'm on IT watch. What are we talking about?
So I need everyone. I need everyone to be on Ivan Toney watch until the end of the season, because if he ends up scoring more goals than a lot of the strikers, remember he only come back after Christmas.
10 goals. He's going to score about 10 goals. He's going to score 10 goals.
He will outscore them. He will outscore them. I promise you, he will outscore them. Yeah. I know he will.
Right. So, I mean, really, truly, taking Zinchenko out the team, like you said, we're playing.
Actually, he has outscored Jesus already. He has outscored Jesus.
I mean, see right there, Tony.
Our centre back has outscored.
Let that sink in. He has outscored Jesus this season already.
Can I ask y'all something?
The same goals.
Do y'all know how much we paid for him? Do y'all know how much we paid for Jesus? Do y'all know we could have bought with the money we paid for Jesus? We could have bought Ivan Toney. We could have been in for some. See, this is what y'all boys, y'all trying to get me wound up today, man. I mean, 4 goals, and I've told for all year, 4 goals in 5 games. All this talk about who we need to sign in the summer, it's obvious. It's obvious. Is the sun is shining through my window. Ivan Toney must be at this football club at the end of this. They should be announcing the deal sometime next week. Pre-agreement. Ivan Toney.
Yeah.
I mean, 4 goals in 5 games coming and had played competitive, not behind. But
that's the key thing.
Football.
That's the key thing.
Competitive football.
Because there was a game where he should have scored a hat trick.
Yeah,
you could see he's not really in his rhythm right now.
He
told you lot in his interview he's coming back with something to prove.
Yeah.
And this is why we need to snap him up.
Hey Wes, you look at that. You look at him and Mo, whatever his name, I can't think of his name. Mopai, whatever they call it.
Yeah, Mopai.
Mope and him, and you move Mope out the place and you put Trossard or somebody up there with him. This man is going to light up his team.
Disgusting.
Crazy.
You look at the game yesterday. The opportunity that was getting scuffled there.
Disgusting, man. No,
yeah, we man,
someone said disgusting. Exactly.
If y'all want to see me walk around with big chest next year, if y'all want to see me walk around with big chest next year, let us sign Ivan Toney. Y'all gonna see the Southern Goon gonna walk around his chest poked out. Chest.
But to go back to Tony's question. I think Arteta said it best.
Finish up.
I think Arteta said it best. At the end of the day, if we're not going to go out and get a striker, we need everyone to chip in. And Saliba, Gabriel got 2 goals again the other day. I mean, everyone's chipping in. Everyone's chipping in. So, I mean, and again, the fluidity, the movement of the football, the way the players are moving, everyone's understanding the assignment. It's true what people are saying. This Jesus thing, he slows down. Get in the box with a striker. Like, I understand you want to get involved in the game. And sometimes, Craig, you want to come and get a touch of the ball because you're up there for too long, not involved in the game. But you look at Haaland. And the last thing I want to say is Haaland missed like 6-7 chances yesterday. I'm telling you lot, Ivan Toney would have scored a hat trick for Man City if he was playing for Man City yesterday. I'm telling you.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
No doubt about it. Bantz, come in. I want to hear you chiming into the whole discourse we've opened up about Zini, about the striker renaissance, Arsenal scoring goals. Just take us through, your ideas, and also about this Gabriel Jesus stuff, because I think he should be back by next week. Arsenal should have our full squad by next week. Guys, let that sink in. About 7 players coming back. Jurriën Timber coming back. Thomas Partey coming back. Tomiyasu coming back. Jesus coming back, definitely. See, all these guys are all coming back. No new setback. Everything is looking good. Fabio is coming back too. It's going to be a full circle next weekend. So what do you think, man?
Yes, I'm in 2 minds with Jesus, because not his ability, I think he's a good player, but him coming back, what does that mean? What, 2-3 games and then you're injured again? 1 game, hamstring goes, thigh injury. I think his time is coming. I think his time is coming to an end, because if we want to be serious about winning this league this year, next year, the year after that, sustain Premier League titles, get into the finals of Champions Leagues, and obviously winning Champions Leagues, then we need players that are going to be fit. And the one thing that people don't talk about is Tony. He's forever fit. I've hardly ever seen this guy injured whilst he's been in the Premier League. I've hardly seen him miss that many games when he's in the Premier League. Everything I've been saying about Tony, what everyone's saying now, I've been saying it for the last 2 years. It's just that whatever happened with his betting, whatever, blah blah, and everything, that took a hit. I was even saying to you, Tony, do you know what? Yeah, because I remember
Yes,
you
I
were talking
agree.
about it, and
I
I said
take
when he
that
comes
L.
back,
I take
yeah,
that L. I
when
agree
he
with
comes
you.
back,
Yeah.
when he comes back, he's the type of player, yeah, he's gonna cook because he's the type of player, yeah, that he score 1 in 2 chances. Do you know what I'm saying? He needs one, maybe 2 chances, and he scores. Yeah, you know, he's probably top
Mm.
5, top 3 in the Premier League in terms of strikers. You know, I put him up there. Obviously, he doesn't score as many goals as Haaland, but he doesn't get that many chances. He doesn't get as many chances as Haaland in the team he's playing for. So if he played for us, man, I'm telling you, man, with Saka on the wing, Martinelli, or you bring in a Pedro Neto, man, we'd be cooking so badly. But as for the Zinchenko stuff, man, I don't want to see this guy in the team yet. Yeah, until I see what's his name on the left? What's his name? What's his name again?
Timber.
No, not Timber. What's no the other guy that's playing
Kivio.
now? Kivio, yeah.
There you go.
I don't want to see. I don't want to see. Yeah, listen. As long the thing with me, yeah, is I don't really study Kiwi when he's playing. Yeah, to be honest, yeah. But if he's doing the right thing on the pitch, because I remember I mentioned this to you on the watch along, I don't really see him. But if I don't have to say anything about a player on the pitch, that means they're doing a job. You know, that means they're doing well. So you know what? Keep the guy in the team. You know, keep him there. And whoever mentioned it about the defensive side, yeah, we don't need Zinchenko doing this inverting rubbish and losing the ball, and because this guy can't tackle, this guy can't defend. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't need him in the team.
He's emotional.
Yeah, stay away. Come in for the last 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, when we're rotating, when we're 3-4-0 up. But I don't want to see you nowhere near the first team. Yeah, not at the moment. Maybe in Champions League.
Wait, are we jumping the gun? I'm sorry, Bant. I want you to answer this. Are we jumping the gun with this Kivio guy? See, let's don't forget he was tying his shoelaces when Liverpool scored against us last season. No. See, I'll take a cue from what.
Yeah, but he didn't know the Prem. He didn't know the
Prem
Prem then, T.
Tying the shoelaces.
Tony, he didn't know the Prem then.
You remember that?
We like to feel good.
He was a baby. He's a baby, man. He's finding his way.
Hey, Tony, he was also playing center back too with Rod Holden. Hey, he was playing center back with Rod Holden. Y'all got to keep that in mind too. He was playing center back with Rod Holden.
That is true.
Take it easy.
Hey,
Tony,
we'll go back to that. But because you raised that issue. Are we taking it? Are we taking it a little bit too early? Are we judging this guy too early? Because he just put in his performances against the bums of the league. Yeah, let's get that correctly.
Hey, he held his own against Liverpool.
Burnley. He played against Liverpool, bro.
Against the Heartless West Ham. Okay, good against Liverpool. I give it to him. But again, should we be careful about how we're evaluating the situations? Because I still have that trauma of him tying his shoelaces.
Well, let's bring Zinchenko back then. And you don't have the real trauma then.
So you want to upset the apple cart?
That'll be a position.
I'm just saying, is it the best person we should be having out there? Because
he's the informed person.
Julian Timber is still coming.
Thank you.
This is a good headache to have. Tomiyasu can still play in that left back too. So it's a good headache to have. So is Kivio the best guy to have there?
Correct. Kivio is the guy not to drop at the moment because we've got the winning formula with him currently in the team. I'm not saying he's the best player in that position, but as long as we're winning and as long as he's not screwing up, then no, he needs to stay in the team. Why we breaking things? And keep him in the team, until he properly screws up and you see him tying his shoelaces and someone goes and scores. Keep him in the team, man.
You know that's what did us in last year when we played Liverpool. We went to tinkering. The last 7 games last year was all tinkering. That's all it was moving stuff around. It didn't need to be moved around. You got to think. Remember at one point, Kivio was playing defensive mid last year. This is what I'm saying. It's like this tinkering. No, the formula is working. Why would Coca-Cola change the formula? Why would Coca-Cola is working for them? They tried it one time and what happened?
It's working.
What happened? They tried it one time and what happened? Went right back to the winning formula and ain't changed it since. No, so what I'm saying is it's working. We just beat Liverpool. We blew away West Ham. We blew away Burnley. Porto, we got to feel a little confident going into Porto based off of what we've seen the last few weeks. So you go in there, you performed it. Surely you got to go. You know what? I'm sorry, fellas. He's gonna have to have that Thursday morning meeting with Jesus and Chico and tell him, say, hey, fellas, y'all still here, but you're gonna have to accept this role, and that's how it's gonna have to be, man. If they can't accept it, then there's a team down there, Fluminense. You can go down there to Sao Paulo. You can go down there to Bahia. You can go to Vitória. It's several teams you can go to down there in Brazil, but you can't come here and take over because we trying to win. And what Bantz said. We have got to become ruthless if we want to start to be taken serious in the world of European football. We cannot keep having this boys to men moments with these people.
Love you. Take care.
Cheers, dear.
Yeah. Shout out to Mama Flossie. She's left. I think she's a little bit busy. Shout out to Rosie. Rosie's taking her leave. Rosie, thank you very much, Rosie. We love you down here. See, Lion Tech here. I'll bring you into the fray. But for this one here, it's about Kai Havertz. Guys, we're going to have an open discussion about down here.
29.
See.
My favorite person.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong.
See,
Tony's boy.
What is going on here? Man is putting the ball in between man them legs, yeah. Dribbling players and scoring a goal yesterday, an assist yesterday. But one of the most important things I saw about Kai Havertz, and I'm seeing about his, because he's this kind of player that's manifesting, in back in Africa, yeah, when there's a spiritual problem, yeah, or there's a kid with a demonic problem, or who is accused of witchcraft, yeah, or something like that. That sometimes, that kid or that brother or sister have to go through a certain kind of prayers or exorcism or something like that. Yeah. So, when you're praying for that entity, yeah, and you start manifesting different kind of, different kind of movements and stuff like that. That's how I look at Kai Havertz. He's manifesting different kind of movements that confuses me. This is a guy that they said he does, Chelsea said he doesn't score goals. He can't dribble. He can't get you over the line. But he gave an assist yesterday. He's one of Arsenal's highest goal scorers this season. And I won't lie, he gave an assist and a goal yesterday. And even if it's not the perfect fit for us personally, but for some reason he's manifesting some certain kind of traits that I'm seeing that the team is buying it up and we're using it, we're keying into it. Sometimes there's some certain kind of runs he just makes here that just destabilizes the back forwards. I've seen him make those runs and it's quite incredible. But again, Lion Tech, are you in that same realm? Are you seeing this type of manifestations with Kai Havertz? And I would like to hear about this Kai Havertz thing from a cross section of the whole panel. So Lion Tech, take the lead on this one.
No, I think like that goal actually surprised me still. Cause I didn't think he had it in him. Like the way he just nutmegged him and then slotted it in. I thought that was Martinelli at first, and I thought, wow, that's Kai Havertz. I was like, bloody hell, bruv. But to be honest, yeah, the reason why, all this manifesting thing is because we don't really notice him on the pitch. So he's doing something good because I haven't had to cuss him. You know what I mean? So that's saying a lot, to be honest. But it's still not the solution. Like, we still need a proper midfielder, regardless. Like, we still need someone to play that position. If it was up to me, I'll just have him as a sub and throw him on up front. Because at least up front, yeah, he can at least hold up the ball and cause a bit of havoc. Like, It reminds me similar to how like Man United had with Fellaini, where when he used to come on, yeah, he used to just fling him up front and say, "Look, get me a goal, cause havoc." Like if we're struggling or whatever. That's the best role that I could see for him, because other than that, nah, he's not my cup of tea. Don't get me wrong. Like anyone that knows my channel knows I cuss him off so much, man. But to be honest, in the last couple of games, he's done all right. I'll give him that. He's done okay. Like he's not really. I've not really cussed him. I've not really seen him. Like when he's got the ball, he's just passed it off. He's not done anything extravagant. He's kept it simple. So I'll give him that. But yeah, we still need a midfielder regardless. Like he's not the solution, but at this moment in time, he's fitting into the team. So it is what it is. Just have to deal with it for now.
Shouting good. Chime into that. You've heard what Laudek have just said. What do you think about the manifesting differences with the way Mikel Arteta has been using Kai Havertz in this team? Like, what is it about this guy that he's turning things around? He's a constant problem in the minds of Arsenal fans. A cross-section of fans are thinking he's not the best guy that should be down there, but yet he's scoring goals. And some fans say, "Hey, well, he's scoring goals. We're using him. He's confusing defenders." He continues to be this. I don't want to call him a divisive factor in this team, but I'm sorry, man. He just causes confusion, among fans of this football club. So what do you think with the way Mikel Arteta is using this guy right now?
There's several ways. There's several ways you look at Kai Havertz. I've long said that if he didn't come with the $65 million tag and he came with a $15-18 million tag, probably wouldn't have nearly as much attention as he's been getting. I'll also say this. You watch him. I've been looking at him, and there's one word that I use to describe him. And I used to have players like this when I used to coach. They're clumsy. He's just clumsy. You can see what he's trying to do, and in his mind, he's like, I can't quite pull it off, But then there comes the one opportunity, and it's like he takes a deep breath. He goes, "You know what? I'm just going to pace myself and take my time." Boom, he scores. It's crazy. It's the most crazy. It's the most damnest thing to sit and watch when you watch him play. Because you'll watch him and he'll be in certain situations. You're like, okay, he should score that, no problem. But he missed. And then you get certain. It's just like, oh, it's like yesterday. I was happy. I was thrilled he scored yesterday because I was you want players like that. For us to get anywhere in this title hunt, you gotta want him to score. You gotta be looking to try to get something out of him. If we can get 6 goals out of him in the next stretch of games, man, that's top grade stuff. We'll come back to the $65 million and all that later on. But right now, if I can get 6 to 7 goals from him, for one, that'll put him way over the total for the year. And that's the most he can score in 3 years. So he right now, he's in uncharted territory. But we've said this about a month ago. Bantz was there. We said it. Throw him up top, lump it in, over the top, let him connect on. Yeah, and then whatever we can get is what we can get. But right now, I think it was either Weather or Texas. All hands have got to be on deck for these next several games. We need everybody chipping in. And if you can't chip in, you got to be moved on because it's going to take a team effort. Remember I told you, Tony Bantz, when the window closed, I said the manager's going to have to coach himself out of the corner he's painting himself in with the summer transfer window. And that's what he's doing. Inadvertently, that's what he's doing. He's coaching himself out of the mess he put himself in. Whether that's from the hierarchy or whatever, we'll find out in the summer. But he has to navigate the team to victories, and whatever it takes for us to get there is whatever it's going to take. And if Kai Havertz is going to go out there and score a goal, if we can get a goal or two a game from him, a goal every other game, man, you want no complaints from me. Right now, I'm going to say something controversial. Y'all know when I drop a bomb, you know it's coming. Get ready. Right now, he's on form better than Jesus.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, man. That's true.
That just sums it up.
How many times hey, Tony, how many times have you been hurt this year? How many times have you heard Havertz been out this year for injury?
That's true.
He more consistent than him.
That's true. His form is better than Gabriel Jesus. Guys, let's be frank. His form is imperious than Gabriel. Gabriel Jesus just sometimes, and the way Gabriel just falls down here and sits on the grass, it irritates me at times, man. That's why I want Trossard to play for us up top. Yeah, he might not be this kind of guy that links up play, and all those trickery, but his game is more direct. And with the way Arsenal is playing right now, we're more direct with our attacks right now. So let's just keep it simple, and we're passing the ball quicker. Talking about passing the ball quicker, Craig Matthews, you take this one because you, Weezer and Bantz will look into this one. Martin Odegaard, is this guy back? Because I was seeing the pattern in which Mikel Arteta was using him yesterday. This guy's actually playing deeper in the team, almost kind of like a ball carrier at times, him and Declan Rice at times. And the way he's passing the ball, the fast way he's actually cutting these defenses and caving them open. There was a particular ball that Declan Rice got to him, and then he just oh my days, he just sliced that defense open, found Bukayo Saka on the right. Bukayo Saka was just cutting in and then to the top bins. Like, that's what I want my captain to be doing, man. Where are you on this? Is Martin Odegaard back?
Yeah, I think he's back in form. I feel like he had a bad injury at the start of the season. He had a bad hip injury. He was out for a while. With hip injuries, they take a long time to recover fully from them. They take a while to get back in. When you after you do your hip, it's very your movement on your legs as well. So you have to be, once you get rehab and physio and all that, it takes you a while to get back into rhythm. So I think the last couple of games he's got back into rhythm again, and he's been doing a lot of good stuff. He's playing more deeper. He's playing more deeper, like a number 8 with Declan Rice.
Yeah, exactly. He's going more deeper. Yeah.
He's not playing as a number 10. He's playing more deeper and getting the ball from more back and going forward and making them passes. Like the pass he played for yesterday's goal against for Saka's goal, he just opened up the whole defense. There's no way. But Saka made good movement as well, because most of the wingers will just stand still. But Saka made a good move and opened up the whole pitch for him, and then just put it in the top corner with his right foot and his left foot. So it was a good goal. I feel like he's our captain, he's our leader. I feel that since Declan Rice has been there, Declan Rice has been more of the leader this season, as like the armband kind of thing. So I think the last couple of games, I think he stepped up as captain. Now he realizes that, you know what, I've got to step up for this team and push the team forward to see if we can challenge for the title. So yeah.
Weezer, I'll come to you. Same question, because I know me, you, Bantz, we gave him, some lash, some lash of the cane, in a couple of our streams that we did. But rightfully so, because we have to criticize his players. But were we too quick to go off on him? Because I won't lie, man, I went off on Martin Odegaard. I really went off on him because without this guy, our team will be, won't perform at that optimal level. But what will you say about Martin Odegaard? His of life, how we took that goal yesterday. He didn't have to take 3, 4, 5 touches in the final third. Just get the ball, tap, boom, and get into the net. What do you say, Martin Odegaard, man? Is he back?
For me, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Everyone can't be Ronaldinho and Zidane. You know what I mean? You got to play towards your strengths. And to me, when he's got too much time to think, he starts flapping about. Do you know what I mean? Someone said clumsy earlier. He makes some clumsy mistakes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think when we're moving the ball about and everyone's kind of in their rhythm, it's just instincts. That's what football is sometimes. Instincts. You've heard strikers, Thierry Henry. You know, why did you strike the ball like that? It's just instinct. It's just instinct. Something that you felt at that time and felt at that moment. So for me, as our captain, and captains ain't what they used to be, like Tony Adams and Vieira, but you know, captains lead in all different ways. I think we all know that Rice is the leader on the pitch, leading the troops. Do you know what I mean? But we just need Odegaard to come in and just link the defense and the attack. That's all we need him to do. Do you know what I mean? And right now, being back in form, he's doing a really good job. I mean, and again, maybe he just needed the break. Maybe just needed a break and to sit down and just to evaluate things, because you know football's so fast and there's so many games at times. It's easy to get lost. I mean, these guys they're human beings as well. But right now, really happy with him. And just hope that he can continue. And like I said, Southern Guna was saying, at the end of the day, him and Havertz right now, even Partey couldn't just walk in right now. Do you know what I mean? He's got to earn the spot. So things are really going well. And one thing I did want to say, if you remember, we was talking in December and we was all really worried about January, about obviously the AFCON and the Asian Cup. It's worked out better than we thought. So do you know what I mean? Like I said, it's just one game at a time, get to April. And we need to be knocking these doors down, because it's been too long. Like Lion Tech was saying, like, I really want this title. I really want this title.
Yeah.
I really want this title. And not just this title, and the next season. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I really want to get back into the fold, because people are taking us for idiots. They're taking Arsenal for idiots, isn't it? Like, we're nearly there. We're always nearly there. We never quite get there. But we need to cross that line, man. We need to get across that line.
Yeah, we need to cross that line. And it's down to the manager. It's down to the manager to get us over the line. Can he get us over the line? Let's see. It boxed it last season, but let's see if he can take us over the line. See, Bant, you're coming for this one. Yeah, we're coming to the end of this program. But again, you take this one. This year, Arsenal is the only team to have 100% record in 2024. We've won all our games in 2024 since January. One of the key mechanisms that has made us achieve that is Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka now enters into a terrain where only an elite set of players have gotten there before 23. He scored and assisted over 100. Yeah, over 100. And before he reached 23 years. So he's gotten into that circle where Wayne Rooney has entered. One other person,
Ronaldo
has entered. Michael Owen has entered. So this is the thing now. Bukayo Saka has scored 12 goals this season. 2 less from trumping what he did last season, which was his highest goal scoring haul for Arsenal. He's just 2 away from beating that record. He can go on and smash it before the season ends. I'm very sure he will score more than 2 goals. What will you say about Bukayo Saka, man? Because he's scoring goals. Me, you, some other part of the crew will really, criticize him for his deep form. But right now, he's gotten that form up. What do you have to say about him and the goals he's scoring right now, and the elite situation he's found himself at right now?
Yeah, with young players, we tend to over criticize them. Be overcritical at times, and because of Saka's status in the team, we always expect him to step up to the plate, but we don't realize how young he is. He's like one of the, if not one of our best players, in the team. And this season, it's not been great, considering you know how much Arteta's played him, overplayed him. He's not had the greatest of seasons, but now he's starting to turn. He's starting to turn around his performances. He's looking more dangerous, in the final third. And people can say, "Oh, he scored penalties and everything." That's still part of the game, as far as I'm concerned. I was hearing comparisons to him and Foden the other day. Let's not even go there, because they're both fabulous players. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. One plays in a team that literally plays with like world-class players. The other is literally in a team where he's one of the best players. Now, I'm not going to say Saka's world-class. I'm not going to say Foden's world-class. But I know in my team, I know who's a better right. I know who's better on the right wing, and that's Saka. Yeah. Foden is a good player, but Saka is a better right winger as far as I'm concerned. He's proven, he's proven, people like to talk smack about Saka, rivals, Arsenal fans, even myself. I put my hands up, he frustrated me in a lot of games this season. But he always seems to, this guy's got a serious mentality, I know last season, he faltered, but do you know what? I don't want to talk too much on Saka. Let me not talk too much on Saka, but what he's doing at the moment is brilliant. Yeah, let's see what he can do going into, crunch time. Remember that last 5 games or whatever Tony Matt was talking about? Let's see what he can do then. But as far as I'm concerned, he's doing well at this moment. And if he smashes that record, his goal tally from last season, then we know, that this player is improving and improving. In his worst season, and he smashes his goal record, what does that say? And his assist record, what does that say about the player, man? What does that say about the player?
Exactly.
And we have to improve the team around him. Yeah, not the other way around. We need to improve and get better players in for this guy, Saka.
Yeah,
better
exactly.
forwards.
No, I totally get you. See, guys, one of the last questions that will be thrown out today. See, guys, let's open this up. Manchester City dropped point yesterday. See, what does this do for Arsenal right now? Lion Tech, I'll call you to this. Of course, Matthew will take a lead on this one, but Lion Tech, you just, throw a bone for us, on that topic, man. See, man, is it written in the stars that this is Arsenal's title? That Man City dropping points to Chelsea? What is going on here?
Now, to be honest, Tony, it's too soon to say that, but it was great that they dropped points, because like they obviously watched the fact that Liverpool won. They did their job, and then we battered Burnley straight away. So the pressure was on them, and they faced the Chelsea team that was up for it. Like one of the only times that Chelsea have been up for it this season, and they were up for it. And I watched that game, and to be honest, Chelsea missed some serious chances. I can't even lie, like Axon Jackson, honestly, he is trash. I'm sorry, mate. Like he had 2 one-on-ones.
Like that one.
He had 2 one-on-ones, and he fluffed both of them. Literally fluffed both of them. Like they could have won that game, to be honest. Even though they were hanging on for their life at the end, because obviously City are gonna pile on the pressure. But Haaland had a shocker in front of goal, which is very rare, to be honest. So I'm just glad, because they had 2 games in hand before that game, and if they would have won that game and then beaten Brentford, which is their other game in hand, they would have been 3 points ahead of us or something like that at the time. So it's good that they dropped points, because like it keeps us in the title race, because we're literally Liverpool, us, City, we're all like more or less neck and neck in terms of points. 1-2 points difference. So that's why I keep saying we got to keep winning, and then let everyone else like the results take care of itself, but we have to do our job. You get me? Like we have to just keep winning, and then hopefully the others drop points. But as long as we keep winning, we have a chance. By the end of the day, yeah, like City dropping points did give us a big. In fact, that should give us a lot of confidence to say, you know what, City can be got at. You know, because if Chelsea are going there, put in a game plan to say, you know what, we're gonna stifle them, and then we're gonna hit them on the counter attack. Like us, Arteta should be looking at that game thinking, you know what, when we do go to City, that's exactly how we need to play. We can't play City ball against them. That's what we've been doing in the past, and we've been getting slapped every time. What we done at the Emirates is pretty much what we need to do at the Etihad when we do face them. If we get to that point where we're still neck and neck when we go to the Etihad, we need to just sit back and hit them on the counter attack. Like we can't be playing them at their own game because we're going to lose. So at the end of the day, I'm glad that they dropped points. They still got a game in hand, so they'll probably beat Brentford. Although I'm praying that Ivan Toney will turn up like he did last season. So hopefully, big up Tony. But I felt for Tony the other day, man, because Brentford were awful defensively. I can't lie, like they were so open, like. So I'm hoping that Brentford do a job in midweek and just say, you know what, we can't be that open at the Etihad. So fingers crossed that they can take points off too, but who knows, man. But I'm rooting for Tony all the way, man. Come on, Tony. Let's do this. Let's do this, man. Come on, Tony.
Yeah. See, Southern Gunner, man. Manchester City dropping points yesterday. I was buzzing. I loved it. I loved it. And because they have more dangerous games coming up. Yeah. What do you think? And again, yeah, guys, get prepared. Liverpool just lost Curtis Jones to a groin injury. They just lost one of their most deadliest strikers in Diego Jota is already out. See, the injury, it's piling up for Liverpool's and our rivals, while
Alisson
Arsenal is just, waiting for our legion of replacements to come back. Matty, take a lead on this one, man.
Well, you look at things and you look around. It's like I use the analogy. You got to hang around that club, man, that drunk. You want to try to get in the club and, you got about an hour or two left and you're trying to get in and somebody sneak in the back door. That's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to hang around the club door, Lord, talk, mingle a little bit. How you doing? Good, man. Everything all right? Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and head on in. While they still they talking, we can back on in. That's what we're going to have to do it this year, man. That's just the part and parcel of it, man. We're going to have to come up that back rear. We're going to have to just steady, chug along, keep doing what we're doing. Don't change anything, keep scoring your goals. Because, see, quiet is kept. I've been cruising these internet streets, man, and a lot of people looking around now, they saying, wait a minute, now Arsenal is 5-6 this way. Liverpool, people kind of starting to turn around a little bit. You starting to kind of see heads turn. I'm seeing journals on TV looking around. I'm seeing articles on ESPN. Arsenal seem to be putting it together a little bit. Then you look at City yesterday. Should have lost the game, as far as I'm concerned. Just like what Tech said. You put a decent strike up there. You're looking at a different ball game. I've long had this. Going back to last season, I feel like City is always there for the taking. It's just a matter of how you approach the game. And if you approach the game from a feeble mindset, woe is me. They got better. They've got their payroll is better than ours. They've got this play. For me personally, I think we should go down to the Etihad and just punch them in the mouth and be through with it, and just say, you know what, I'm tired of getting my ass kicked by y'all. We're gonna show y'all this year. And if everybody go up there with that same mentality, man, we should be able to come out of there with 3 points. Because I'm here to tell y'all, if we end up getting 3 from Chelsea and 3 from City, that will be the turning point. It will turn this season upside down. And who's to say we can't do it? I'm not gonna sit up and say we can't do it. I know we can. We should have beat Chelsea when we played them before. We lollygagging and goofing off, you know. Then you look at City, we beat them one time, so why can't we do it again? The true test for me is gonna be getting past that, and then we've got Aston Villa, Spurs, and that damn United. Once we get through,
United in the last 3 games, man, it's deadly. Now we have to go to Old Trafford, man. That's the
thing is we owe them one, because see we had to give them an honor of guard back in 2012. I think it was 2012. We had to do the damn guard of honor. So we need. I told Gunner yesterday. I said we need to have the guard of honor when we go down there. So when they can step back and we walk through and as the champions, or whatever. And wouldn't it be great that on the anniversary of going undefeated, we will win a title? So all that has to be. As you were talking about earlier, manifesting and shamans and all that stuff, that right now we need to be manifesting, going there and win. Because see, if you step back and look at things, are starting to fall in place, man. Teams getting healthy. Normally, our team that fell apart by now. How many years we've been watching this, and we watched the team fall apart in February, March? It's done and dusted. Everything's done and dusted. But it seems like everybody else is starting to kind of fall apart. I watched City in that game yesterday, and for the first time in a while, I looked at Pep and I saw frustration, because it was like I can't. So we can't score. He's like, they tried every single thing they could against a decrepit Chelsea. I mean, decrepit. That's that. You talk about United. That Chelsea is decrepit now. Everybody's is poor as piss pot Pete. And you look at that team, and they couldn't break that down. Wow, we just beat Liverpool. We moved 6 here, 5 there. This is why I said if we keep going, and I'm telling you now, we beat Porto and we sweep them aside this week, and then if we sweep Newcastle, because we keep going to the City, we still got to go through Newcastle, and we still owe them for that skullduggery they pulled in October.
Yeah.
And that's got to be in the players' mind as well. They've got to be talking about that this week. Like, look, man, we know that Bruno's going to be out there. We know that all these players, Isak. Well, I don't know if Isak's healthy or not, but if Isak's available, then that's somebody that's got to be accounted for. So we get through this week. We beat Porto, and we get through Newcastle. Man, tone's gonna start changing around here. And people gonna start looking, and it just I feel like I'm not gonna get out there and say, oh yeah, well, I guarantee we're gonna win, but I can tell you this: we can't have a seat at the table. There's no reason why we should not have a seat at the table.
Yeah.
Now, whether you eat, that's on you. Whether you eat, that's on you. Whether you get something to drink, that's on you. But you will have a seat. We should have a seat at the table.
Does any other person have anything to say about this issue before we call it quits and
that's one thing.
Porto's prediction. Yeah,
that's one thing. Like, wouldn't it be so ironic, if we do get to like the last 2 games, and we have a chance of winning the title at Old Trafford again? Could you imagine that? Like, let me just paint that scenario. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I just want to paint a little scenario. Can you imagine how it was like when we was 01-02, wasn't it?
Yeah. You're supposed to be manifesting, bro. You're supposed to be manifesting.
Let's manifest that, because that was the last 2 games as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So
that was this.
Imagine if that happened, man. That would be so bittersweet as well, man. Because I got so many Man United people that just run their mouths, man. I just need to give it to them. So
delusional guys.
It just has to happen, man. But
I still can't work out the way how Vieira jumped over Wiltord or whoever he did, man.
Yeah.
Hey, that was mad. That was mad.
Just quickly before we go, I mean, the way it's looking at the moment, as Southern Guna said, if we have a successful week this week, if we can beat Porto both home and away, and we can win the next 5 games again and go unbeaten, does anyone want to talk about a double?
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
no. Slow.
Anyone want to talk about now? Bants, don't kill me on this one, Bants.
Slow,
Don't,
man.
let me live,
Slow
Bants.
I love what
Bants,
down,
he's
let
man.
me
saying.
live,
I love what he's
Bants.
People are
saying.
flipping left, right, and center here, you know.
Bants, let me live, Bants.
Cool.
Let me live. Let me
Listen,
live.
the clipper up, there's a clipper up there, you know.
hey, Wes, what you got to
Yeah.
look with that Champions League? The thing with the Champions League is all about the luck of the draw.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
It's the luck of the draw. But if we down there, if we still in that thing, and we don't capitulate, see, we got a lot of landmines. We got to kind of navigate ourselves around. Porto is definitely one,
Mm.
and I can't stress. Are we home or away this for the first game? We're away, right?
Away.
Away, yeah.
Away.
Away.
To go
Oh,
there.
Well,
We've got to go there, which is historically been hard for us to go to Porto.
Yeah.
And that's a hostile. That's a hostile. You don't hear too much. It's hostile territory. All you're gonna hear the whole damn game is the announcer going Porto. That's how you hear Porto. That's how you hear it the whole time.
Yeah, it's true, you know.
Oh man.
You gotta go there, and we need to get an emphatic win there. What I don't want to see, Tony, is I don't want to see Arteta lump these players that's coming back into that game.
Mm.
Put us in a situation where we hamstrung at home, and we gotta try to go all guns blazing, no pun intended, against them at home. You know, so we have to really chart, and this is why I say the manager's gonna have to coach himself through this season. The players are gonna have to. The players are gonna have to sell out to each other, and there's signs of it. I'm gonna tell you. I think it was Bats brought up earlier about when Zinchenko let that goal in a couple weeks ago. There's a little bit of a how would I say they've got their own rules now. Hey, bro, we're trying to get a clean sheet. What you doing? You know, years past you didn't see that. You know, they're slapping people upside the head now. You know, after games and stuff.
They know how important it is. After last season, they know how important it is.
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Didn't Zinchenko fall out with someone in his last game?
a white.
Yeah,
Ben White.
Ben White was
Yeah.
cussing him because he conceded that goal, innit? Ben White was cussing his club, boy.
Yeah.
guys, we have to go. Guys, we have to go. 1 hour, 30 minutes. I can't keep men out here. We have other things to do. See ya.
Keep preaching.
Manifesting. I'm just manifesting, Tony. I'm just manifesting.
I'll take anything. Want some success.
Boy,
Craig Matthews.
I need
Craig
it.
Matthews,
Inject it into my veins. I need it, man. I need it.
Craig Matthews, please shout out your channel number 1. But before you do that, you have to give us your predictions for the Porto game.
If you play
And
like
the
I
same
played
thing
in the
goes
last,
to everyone.
if you play like I played in the last 2 days, I think we can get a 4-0 win at Porto. If we play like I played the last 2 games, a cheeky 4-0 win.
Ron Craig.
That's what I thought. If we play like how we played in the last 2 games, I think we could go there and silence them at Porto.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Wow.
I feel confident. We can go
All right,
there and
man.
do
Shout out
something
your
there.
channel, man. That's a lot of chest. Wow.
That's just it. Man's doing Arnie settings, you know.
Even me that people think I'm deluded, man. Bro, I've never been deluded like that before.
That's some
4-0
Arnie settings, bro.
against Porto. Oh my God. Craig, man, I want what you're smoking, man. I like this manifestation. This manifestation is spiritual, bro. I need this one, man.
Oh man.
Shout out your channel, brother, man. Shout out your channel.
87.UK on Instagram. My personal one is 29matthews on Instagram.
Check out the links in the chat
Matty,
as well, man.
Yeah, link is in the chat too. Matty, please tell us predictions for this Potter game, and please shout out your channel for us, Matty.
I think this game will probably end up 2-1 to the Arsenal. This is going to be a very, very evenly matched fixture. Both teams are almost identical to each other. I think Porto has 37 goals. They've only given up a fraction of the goals. So I mean, they're a very balanced team. So I think we'll we'll get this one, and then it's gonna be up for grabs at home. You can follow me here on YouTube, Southern Gooner, always with brother Tony, Tech, Wesley. Good time. Glad to be here with you, brother Bantz, as always. Craig, as always, and Tony, of course, brother. Just thoroughly enjoy it, man. Had a blast, fella.
Man. Thanks, man. And me and Matty will be having a show this week, So, come and see me and Matty do our thing with the, with the Henchman show. And if you're free for that one, Weezer, it would be nice for you to pop in for that one. Me, you, and the Southern Gunner for that one. That will be a very, very interesting one. Because me and Bant have a separate show, and Bant is always here with me in the watch along. So, it's too much. He has his own channel that he's running to. So, Weezer, shout out your channel, and what's your match prediction?
I'm going 2-0 Arsenal. I'm sticking with the clean sheets. Sticking with the clean sheet. Feel like we started really good. We had a little slip up in the Champions League, but I think overall, for our first season back,
are we underrating Porto? I'm sorry, because everyone's talking about wins, not just here. Everyone's talking about. Are we really underrating this guy?
Not at all. Not at all. I'm saying 2-0, clean sheet. You can find me at Fan Nation TV. Instagram, Fan Nation TV, on YouTube. Big up the panel. It's been live today. Tech, big up yourself as well, bro. Feeling your energy, man. Tony, you got to bring him back. You got to bring him back. You get me?
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
We're back.
Everyone,
We're back. See it, Bantia. Talk to these people, man. What's your prediction? And are you as deluded as we are all deluded? This wins against Otto. I'm still getting over that Craig one.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Manifesting in a different way. With that one, man.
Definitely not. You guys have to realize, that Arteta's not great in Europe, and he's not proven anything in Europe yet. So, yes, we're on fine form in the Premier League, but the Champions League is a different kettle of fish. Yeah, we're going to Porto now. Yeah, Porto. Let's not disrespect them, man, because these guys, as Matt was saying, Porto. The ground's going to be jammed. These guys are going to be screaming. Yeah, it's a different type of pressure. Do you know what? I think we'll win, but it'd be a narrow win. And I think I'm going to go the same with Matt. I think it's going to be a 2-1. I do believe Porto will score, but I think we're just better than by 2 goals. But I don't think it's going to be an easy game, as Craig thinks. Yeah.
If I get it right, you guys owe me a drink. If I get it right, I swear. If I get it right,
listen, I'm coming to link you if you get it right.
Yeah,
we're all coming to link you. We're all coming to link you if you get it right.
We're all coming.
We're all coming.
Yeah,
we're all coming.
That'd be historical now. If we blow them out, if we score 4 goals, that would be insane. 6, 5, and 4. That would be that's a record. I don't think Arsenal ever had that many goals like that back to back like that. So if that was to happen, that would be history making. We were 1 goal away from setting history yesterday, because we have never had 2 back-to-back wins of 6 goals in club history. Yeah,
that's true. Lion Tech, please, your predictions and shout out your channel, man. Let's go.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go 3-1. To be honest, I think we have to start fast. If we get an early goal, that will set the tone for the game. Because we got to quieten that crowd down, because they're gonna be loud and hostile. And them Portuguese fans, they don't hold no bars. There's no mercy when it comes to like the hostility. So we got to go there and literally, like what Matty said, just punch them in the neck from early and let them know what time it is, to get me. So it's one of them. But yeah, man, big up for having me again, Tony. Love as always, man. Lion Text TV on YouTube. You can follow the TikTok Lion Text if you want. It's cool. Big up to everyone in the panel. Southern Guna, as always. Craig, Bantz, Wissa. It's good to see you again, brother. Like, I know you ain't been on the last few shows, but I've seen you about for time still, and man always rates your opinion and that. So big up to you as well. Nah, yeah, just follow me, Lion Text TV, man.
Definitely. Lion Tech, thanks for always because I also have to acknowledge you, man. Every time I ask you, hey, bro, I need you on the show, you are always there for me, man. Big ups to you. That goes for my other brothers, original members of the Big Four. You too, Wizard, man. I know so many things going on, but whenever you have the time, you still show up. Abs every time. Me and him are running the channel together, even if he also owns his own channel too. So big ups to you, Abs, man. Also, we always used to have a Champions League night, the watch alongs. Abs is always there for me. Big ups to you, Craig Matthews, man. Always the first person to come to streams. Tony, when are we shooting? He remembers me of my father. Tony, what are you doing? Big ups to you, Craig Matthews, man. And of course, Marty, man. Big up to you, the Southern Gunner, man.
What's up, brother?
Bro, I can't say
This celebrity, man. That's the celebrity, man.
He's the big dog. He's the big dog.
I'm just a man who loves Arsenal from the country.
Big up Michael Harris. Big up the chat as well, man, because without you guys, man, it's not even
from
worth
the
it.
South
Big up the chat.
Big up the chat, big up the chat.
Big up everyone in the chat as well.
Amazing.
You're right in the chat, man. Much love, man. Shout out to Rosie holding down in the chat.
Rosie,
shout out Rosie,
my
man.
moderator.
Big up Rosie.
Shout out to Rosie. Yeah, big ups to you. Big ups to Mama Flossie. Everyone who came down to the show today. I'll be having a jamboree, a street road jamboree. Yeah. With Oregon Guna, where we'll be gloating about our win yesterday. So come and catch me on Oregon Guna. That's how we say it, but we never gloat.
You better go check on your boy. You better go check on your boy, Digi Spurs. See how he doing.
Oh yeah, you need to go and check it. He looked depressed yesterday, man.
He looked stressed the other day, but he looked stressed.
Hey, Digi, love you, brother. I couldn't miss out on that. I couldn't miss out on that, brother, Digi.
Deji took L's everywhere. He was at the terrace yesterday. They cooked him real good there yesterday. But Deji, he holds his own. Deji is a strong guy. He holds his own. So it's a lion.
Big up to Deji.
Yeah, man. Much love, Deji.
Shout out to him. Hopefully, I have him on the show too. And shout out to Wolfgang Division. He's a brother of this channel too. So we love that guy too. So big up to everyone. Big ups also to Rosie, who has been here for me today. Big up to you, Rosie. Big up to every other person who joined us today. From me and this crew, the panel, everyone, Southern Gunner, the Lion Tech, Craig Matthews, Weezer, Abs, we are out. Big ups.